Hey everyone, and welcome back to a mess of the Guppy garage. It is a disaster in here, but we are making some changes. As you can tell, there is not 220 longs on that shelf anymore. There are 210s, and we have done all of this over here. Super excited for this. So there's something that's going to be going great in that tank, and then this tank is going to be a project way in the future. But like I said, this is going to be a cares rack. So I'm super excited to get some fish for those tanks over there. Once we kind of get them set up, but right now they're just housing some plants, and then the mutt guppies are up on the top. So we're going to probably leave the mutt guppies up there just because the other fish are probably going to be more like care intensive fish, and I don't want to have to climb all the way up there every single time to do something for them. So I'm going to be putting the 3 bottom racks as the cares fish. I just think that's probably a better way just for ease of use for me. So that is kind of what's going on there. And then this will just have some more 10s behind us for some more guppies potentially, maybe some different. Super excited for everything that is coming into the garage at this moment. There's Bobo hanging out with us today. But what I am actually doing today is I am going to be changing up something big in the 75. So right now we are running a Aqua Clear 110, I believe is what the model number is, on the back corner of this tank, and that is the main filtration for this. We do have a power head and we got 2 power heads in here, a wave maker and a power head actually, in this tank, and that is pretty much moving all of the water over to the Aqua Clear 110, and then that is filtering the water. But we are going to be changing that. I am trying to get completely away from anything except air, and now that we have the new linear piston air pump from Aquarium Co-op, in the fish room here, we are able to run everything via air. So I went onto Aquarium Co-op's website and I purchased a couple things. Super excited to get these. I've seen these a lot. My friend Trent Weldon has a bunch of them. He's done some incredible review videos on them, and I will link them up here or up here. I can't remember which side it is. I will link those, of course, for him, so you can go watch them as well. But I am going to be changing out that Aqua Clear 110 for the Ziss Bio Bubbler. I am so excited to get these finally. It is really cool that, I can get this kind of stuff. And I really thank you guys so much for that, because purchasing the fish from our website and the plants and that kind of stuff just really supports me being able to do this kind of upgrade, and be able to get new fish and everything so that you guys can see some incredible stuff. And I am just so grateful for each and every one of you guys. This community is absolutely the best, and I am blown away by the support that I get on a day-to-day basis. I'm beyond thankful for you. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. But off to the thank you rant. We are going to get back to these. So let's get one of these out of the box and see what we've got inside. So let's see here. So in a box, we've got a little bit of airline, which I probably won't use that because I have a different airline that I actually really like a lot, and I'll be doing a Fish Room Favorites on that specific airline or air tubing. We've got 3 suction cups. Oh, actually there's 4 suction cups, sorry. There's one more in here on the top of the bag, so there's one more. So there's 4 suction cups, and then we have, ooh, that's probably horrible on the microphone. I am so sorry. We have, ooh, we also have a surprise little thing in here. We've got one of these valve flow register thing majiggies, doohickeys, majiggibidiggies. I don't know what you call these things. It's a thing that controls airflow. But we've got the Ziss Bio filter right here. So it is a moving bed of biomedia. So this will constantly be rotating inside of this container, and it'll be keeping the bacteria inside of there nice and fresh and clean. So what we're going to be doing, and also on the bottom here, it's got a sponge, an intake sponge, which is nice because it is a coarse intake sponge, which I really do like. I've changed almost every single filter in the entire fish room out to the Aquarium Co-op's coarse sponge filter. And this is pretty similar to that sponge filter. As you can tell, it is pretty coarse, and I really like coarse. It just doesn't get as clogged as much. So I'm really excited to try this in the fish room here. So as you can see, so what happens is the air runs through this back piece and then down into, it almost looks like an air stone. And then that runs up through the bed, the media bed, and then out through the top again. So I am super excited. We are going to probably be putting these in, well, right now actually. We're going to do that right now. I am going to be moving, I'm going to probably end up putting one on each side. I think that's probably just the best route. So we'll put one over here and then one over here. And then I will go onto the back where I've got the PVC line that runs my air for the fish room, and I will tap in with those, and then I will be putting the Aquarium Co-op, like the self-tapping air valves into that PVC pipe, and then that will be supplying the air to these two biomedia beds. And then once they get set and they get doing what they're supposed to be doing, I will end up taking out the AquaClear 110 completely, and I'll probably end up selling it at one of my local club auctions, or throwing it up on like Facebook Marketplace for a couple bucks. Or I will keep it. I've got so much stuff though that I probably won't end up keeping it. I'll probably just give it away, or sell it to someone for pretty cheap so that they have it. But I am trying to get away from that hang on back in this entire Guppy garage. So as you can tell right now, it is pretty dang quiet in here. I am talking to you guys without a microphone. This is just running through the microphone of the camera itself. And it is actually pretty quiet in here. We've just got a little bit of bubbly noise from the actual bubbles from these sponge filters. We do have one air pump over here running just this rack, so it's just these, this top fin, I believe is what this one is, running those 3 tanks over there. And then we have a new tank over here, which hopefully by the time this comes out, you guys will have seen this tank. But if not, there's a little sneak peek. Super excited about that tank. It is my favorite so far. Even though it is probably the smallest tank I own, and it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense as far as like a planted tank or like a tank to house a lot of fish. I just absolutely love it. It is just so different and so cool, and just it flashback to my childhood. So back off that rant. So let's turn around and let's get these Ziss Bio Bubblers into this tank. So we have the Bio Bubblers in there. I think they actually look pretty good. They're not like the most discreet thing, but I do like the color of them. I like that green and black. I think the green and black is actually a pretty good color for like filters or, you know, heaters or any of that kind. I think it just kind of hides itself really well. So as you can see, I've got one over here and I've got one over here. We just have them run mosquito. We just have them run to our air system, and there's still great air coming through there. And then we have air going through all the other tanks, even all the way into here too. I am just blown away by this air pump. It is absolutely incredible. I have, let's see, 12, 24. I've got 24 tanks, which are 10 gallons each. So that's what, 2,400 gallons. And then we've got 220 longs, so that's 2440. Yep, 2440. And then we've got the 75 now run on it too. So we've got, let's see, 2,500 gallons worth of water running on one air pump. That's pretty dang good. I think that I did the math wrong? No, I did it right. I just had to just make sure. And I'll put up that really fun, like, meme thing of all the math and, like, things over the screen, because I don't know math. I deal with numbers all day long, but when it comes to just that, I'm not good at it. Calculators are kind of my friend. But back to why we were making this video. So I am super excited to get these in here because I want to get rid of the AquaClear in that corner. As you can tell, I've got the piece of acrylic up here as well, and just with that back there, I just can't cover this tank very well. So I want to get that out of there. I just think it'll be a lot cleaner. And I kind of like having air. Like, I just think air is just the way to go. It's going to save me a lot of energy too, because if I can run one air pump throughout this whole fish room instead of all the hang-on backs or all the other pumps, I am going to save a lot of money in power. So that is another big thing. The cat is playing with the fish tank. I'm super excited to see how much my power bill goes down. And I am now also heating and cooling the whole fish room instead of just the individual tanks. So when I set up this new rack, that was kind of my idea, and I officially went out and bought a pretty nice like $400 AC heater unit for the garage, and it pumps out the window that it's in here. So it is super nice in here. It sits at like, say, I think 75 all day long, which is perfect. I'm really excited for that in the winter, to have that sitting at 75. I did insulate the garage very well, so as you can tell, there's a lot more insulation back there. So I think this is just going to be, you know, one other addition to the garage that is just going to make it that much more efficient. I am super excited. So I hope you guys liked this video. Again, I will be linking Trent's channel. He did an incredible review video on the Ziss Bio Bubblers. Nowhere near as good as I could ever do. And it is probably one of I think his best performing videos on his channel as well. And it is the reason I ended up purchasing these, because I saw that video about, I think, 2 years ago almost, and am super excited to actually get them now. So hopefully you guys like this video, and as always, be sure to spread that guppy love. We'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.